Well, okay, I know I just said we'll talk about it later, but technically we have already talked about the secret of the area with the fact that it has the fucking bio data of, I forget if it's a clone. Soletta's the clone or an older sister. I think she's a clone, if I remember correctly. That, like, a lot of my memories are a little hazy. Ugh. Yeah. So, that is a weird grab bag of people to say something is wrong. Because Yoon and Knight, because Yoon is all about science and everything. Knight is technically multi-dimensional himself, being, Grid Knight. Going down the list further, Lelouch Lelouch at this point isn't entirely a normal human being, but still. Yeah, Lelouch is he's able to make observations. He's a very tactical person. So he's looking at it and he's like, something's wrong with these tactics. But he can't place it. He's missing a piece of the puzzle. Yeah, it's almost as if when we went to that point in the future, well, at the end of the, in the post scenario, it's almost as if Sai used Echika to go back to this point, basically, where the dimensional boundaries would be at their weakest, where Godzilla and Emperor were at their peak. And now, because it's changed so much, it has sealed off both Godzilla and Emperor. I'm gonna let them come to me. Raideed's powerful, and so is Combattler, but this isn't exactly. They aren't exactly in a state I feel comfortable saying them out on their own. Well, one thing I will say I do really like about SRY over, say, SR30, it's the fact that everyone in every series that is featured in SRY has at least some elements of its story. Pretty much the exception is, I would say Seed and Seed Destiny. Well, not Seed Destiny, just Seed Destiny. That crew just kind of feels like they're there. At most, they work more for their villain. And Zeta, Camille works, actually, because Camille has a purpose in this game, bridging between the Aura Battler, the Heavy Metal crew, and Gundam. I think what helps with, the Gundam, well, with my opinion on Camille in this game as compared to, SR30, is the fact that Scarako is here. Same with Garuda. It makes it feel like, Combattler has more of a purpose. It's every series that is featured has a villain. I'm hoping by taking out more of the forces, I'll get my reinforcements in. I think it's combo attack time. The machine itself can't handle it, but I'm so happy we got combo attacks that aren't just the series. Like, they're outside and it's crossover combos. Oh, great. I actually kind of forgot about the Andromeda acceleration. So they are just working with everyone, but they're not trying to unite the factions. They're just working with everyone. I'm actually gonna have Raideen and Combatla V fall back. Just because they need repairs. God, I cannot wait to have the A advent back. Just because not having access to a bunch of... I don't know if all the SCG memory stuff is working or not. I definitely don't think the star morale is. Because everyone's starting way lower than I'm used to. That's a bit so we see an erupting burning finger. I'm still worried about the fact that we don't know where Godzilla is. I'm like, PK, know that. I don't know where Godzilla is, which is worrying, because it's fucking Godzilla. Trigger! I am just so happy still with Kamen Rider that the belt jingles are there. They're hard to hear over the music, but they're still there. And especially just hearing the belt just say Luna Trigger. The only sad one is we can't really hear Cyclone Joker all the time, because that is one of my personal favorites of Double. I think I've said before, I would have liked to see Fang, but I honestly don't think Fang would have worked. Just because the nature of how Fang behaves as a form for Double. Because I think I talked about this during one of the other SR streams. Fang evolves Shotaro and Phillips switching places. So instead of Shotaro being the body, it's Philip. That's why I think we don't get Fang. It's also why I don't think we get Extreme, because Extreme requires Philip's body to be present. The other thing is about Extreme over, say, well, Extreme... Fang kinda has this problem, but not to the same extent, and that is that the memory for Extreme isn't on Shotaro or Philip's person. It flies around Futo. I'll probably talk more about Extreme once I start the other project I've been talking about, which is Memory of Heroes. That probably won't be until after, Destiny. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure it was an all enemies defeat. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so he just reached super, that's good. I don't think there is a dog at my door. So, you know what? Speaking of Kamen Rider, though. So, in terms of when this is being streamed, Zets is still not done yet. Zets is in its, like, last 4 episodes, if I remember correctly. But I will say, the stuff we've been getting from Mike so far looks really good. I love the, jingle for when the actual form is used. Like, for those who don't know, Kamen Rider, I'm gonna. We kind of get it with double. Double gets it where, you know, they hit the button on the memory and you hear the memory itself. So, using base form, Shotro hits it, you hear Joka, and then Phillips is Cyclone. And then they slide him into the belt, and when it's transforming them, that jingle is what I'm talking about. There's the stamp, Reiwa era belts. So everything from, I don't know when the first one to do this, but at least 01 onwards, there's a standby jingle, which is like when they first activate the device. Using that's the most recent. It's when he inserts the capsim, you'll hear the belt go arise, and then once he spins the capsim to transform, then you'll get a jingle based on which capsim he uses. The actual arise sound, though, is determined by the type of capsim, and then the transformation jingle is specific to each capsim, which is really neat. I'm curious to see how Mike is going to do all of that, because but the actual the only one I've seen so far, because they showed it off, was just the standard what's it called? I don't know what they are. I think they're called, they're eggs. I know that is the theme for the series items. They are eggs. But I don't know what their actual names are. I could send Getter up to deal with that, one, what's this thing called? Tiamat? Wait, that's a weird way of spelling it, but I'd rather send him to deal with the enemies down there. There is always I hear a lot of people, and I get why, it's a lot of people talk about like which of Lelouch's machines is the best. His one from the proper series, like in R2, I think that's his best looking machine. But when it comes to the role Lelouch plays in combat, I think the Gekoi Sui fits way better for Lelouch. It has better field command capabilities. Because it's something I think a lot of people forget about Lelouch. Lelouch is not, on the field, frontliner. It's not Suzaku. He's not a hero. He's a tactical command leader. Like, Lelouch is supposed to be giving orders, not busting heads. That's not what what he does on the field. I think I've had this conversation with Lich before. It is, like, Lelouch is not gonna win a one-on-one battle against most pilots. But Lelouch is there, but you give Lelouch an army and he will give you a really good run for your money. I was confused what happened there, and I realized it was support defend. Like, seeing how good Crow and his machine look, I am really looking forward to this Super Robot Wars remake. The one thing they said it's gonna, they're unifying the UI, and I think they're gonna be, more than likely, because they redid Crow for this, they're gonna be updating everyone. They already have a lot of it done. Not a lot of it done, but they have a good amount of units already done because, give me a second. Yeah, because, here we go. Again, going over the series that will be featured, because we already know the list, because it's just SRZ again. A couple units we've seen, Dytron 3 and Zambot 3, which I believe we had Dytron 3 in SR... Yeah, that's Banjo. And Zambot, I'd like to say... Yeah, we saw Zambot in SRV. There's also, going through here, Armored True Votoms, which we saw back in SR30 and T. There's also Super Dimension Sentry, which is only in SRZ. I don't know which one that is, but Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam Camille we've seen many a times. Char's counterattack, so it's Amuro and Char. Gundam Wing, which I don't need to explain who is. Wait, I just realized something. Oh shit! It's Gundam Wing proper. Cause like I knew it used Wing, but I never actually, it didn't click in my head at the list that it's New Mobile Report Gundam Wing, not Endless Waltz. So we're actually gonna be seeing Wing Gundam and like the proper red heavy arms. After War Gundam X, which has Dark Spirit Seer's favorite Gundam pilot and has one of my favorite first launches in all of Gundam, which is just, if this works, I believe in God. Girl wakes up, Tifa, I believe in God now. He's like, what the fuck? I mean, she's like, what the fuck? Turna Gundam, which we talked about Turna in the Dark History. See Destiny, which we've already got the Destiny boys here. 00, in particular, Season 1, which has a machine that's very, very special to me in this channel, which is the Gundam Exia. with Setsuna FCA. We've talked about the private armed organization Celestial Being before, but we've never seen. I've talked about their story even, but we never got to see it on screen. So that's gonna be awesome. Beast Machine attacked Dankuga, which we did, or Super Beast Machine got Dankuga, which we did see back in SR30 in a new form. Getter Robo Armageddon, which is Ryoma Nagari, and the main thing with Getter Robo Armageddon is that it's going to be a cleaned up, probably just going to be cleaned up versions of their V and T sprites. Well, not even V and T, just V, because they use the same ones. Because they just got to clean up Shin Getter, and they got to clean up the original Getter Robo, and possibly Getter Black. Mazinger Edition Z, the Impact, which that means they're probably gonna have to clean up Mazinger itself, because they can't use the one from 30 because that's Infinities. Big O, which they already redid. Aquarion, which I am so happy Aquarion's there because it is a step closer. Give me my Red Ranger Isekai unit, please, because he is funny. I like him. Okay, I don't know if I've talked about the Red Ranger Isekai show and how amazing it is. For those who never watched it, in the Red Ranger Isekai show, he follows all the rules of a Super Sentai show, but in a mystical world. Yeah. Yep, we're starting to regain all of our units, and they're all coming back stronger. Oh, and she's joining us. Good. I'm actually double checking something. Oh, the main thing I was gonna say, in the Red Ranger Isekai, they do meet a character who is very similar to Kamen Rider. The device they use to transform is voiced by the same person who provided the voice to the Cave Belt. It says something, a bunch of the subordinate characters are like, I don't trust that thing. It's a primordial fear. What the fuck is this thing? I think we have like a fucking elder god here.